Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this battle is actually underway. It's started already, and I think the player, Goliath Killer, was having a little short period loading in. Okay, it's on the south spawn of Overlord, and Goliath Killer, who's got a Canadian flag on him, which probably indicates his home country. And he's in the M40, M43, which is based on a converted, lengthened and widened M4 chassis with an 8-inch howitzer on it as well. Okay, he's sitting at the back, he's set up and he's ready to shoot. And he's extended his aim and he's looking at targets in the northeast quadrant of the map. Okay, there's a whole bunch of tanks at the normal heavy meeting point, just below that series of coastal bunkers. And he's trying to line up a shot now. I think he's going to go for that VK. Reason being that when it moved forward to fire, it was in a very nasty little position, but no, he's gone for the KV-85, and he got 306 hit points, and he's picked up some stun assists straight away. In fact, he's picked up a lot because he actually destroyed the track on that KV-85. Okay, he's repositioned himself very nicely. He has got a fairly long load time, so it's fairly easy in this Arty to reposition yourself. And he's using his right hand mouse button to go straight to the aim point. That's a sign of a sure professional player, or rather a very experienced player, that he would use his right hand mouse key to target the correct tank right away. Okay, looking at that VK, can he get it? I think he can just put the shell round. Fires. No, it lands short. But he has picked up some stun assist on the 4503. So it did stun the 4503. Probably not much, but enough. Okay, there's a defender on the beach. And a Chi-Ri down there as well. Is he going to put that shell? No. He's almost loaded. The Chi-Ri goes down. Now, is he going to take out that defender? If he did, it would be a difficult shot because he's in the lee of that cliff. Now he can get him in. Oh! Well, 4 splash damage, but it's the stun that really counts, because that's going to assist his team to get over that ridgeline and do a lot of damage to that defender as he's retreating. Now he's repositioning himself, and I think he's going to go down onto the beach, help the team take out that defender, because he can still shoot shells up into the VK and the KV2 at the heavy meeting point. Doesn't appear to be many people on the east side of the map. Oh! No, knocked over some of those tank traps. Well, not tank traps, I think they're... forgot what they're called now. I think they are tank traps anyway. They're designed to block a tank's or impede a tank's progress. Whilst these logs here are actually to stop landing craft from landing by causing them to bottom out. Okay, aiming at the defender, dialing in the aim. Rounds out. Ooh, landed alongside, but it does 109 hit points and 3 critical hits. And he did stun that defender nicely. He's picking up a lot of stun assists. He's going down into the surf. That isn't going to affect him much. But it's not somewhere the enemy Arty, and there are 2 of them, are going to be looking. Okay, he's lining up that defender for another shot, and he doesn't need to because it's been taken out. Now he can put shells into the 4503 and the Oni, because now he's in a position where he can shoot around the corner. He's lining up a nice little shot to go for both of them at the same time. Rounds out. Oh yes, he did, he got both. 105 on the 4503, 284 on the Oni. It's a good shot. Now the M40, M43 never actually saw service during World War II. The design was only started in 1944, and it was actually due to the lack of M12s. They needed more of them. But there was a shortage of the gun for the M12s, so when they were finally designed and built, they were used for the Korean War. Okay, rounds out on the 4503, and it overshoots, but it still does some stun, and I don't think that 4503 is going to last very long. No, it hasn't. It's been taken out. There's very few of the enemy left, only 5 left against 10 on Goliath Killer's team. Now the T25-2 was last seen defending the pass at A4, and the M44 has been seen. The enemy M44 has been seen, but Goliath Killer's not going for it, which is a bit surprising really, and that M44 has been taken out. And there's the enemy M40. Now he's still shooting at this heavy tank number 6, but he gets a nice solid hit there for 382 hit points, 3 critical hits. But unfortunately they lost at the 1375. Now that's the same tank that took out the M44. And they do know where the M40, M43 was last seen, but he's probably more than likely relocated now. There's only 3 enemy left. That was the T25-2. T29 and the T3485 on Goliath Killer's team are approaching the cap. Now I would expect them to start receiving shells from the T28 prototype, the heavy tank number 6 and the M40 as they do. So it might be handy for him to take out that M40 if he can find it. There's the heavy tank number 6 hiding behind the houses, but he's lighting up the enemy, the T29. Rounds out. Ah, lovely hit there. 314. It didn't hit the heavy tank number 6 directly, but it did enough damage, and he's picked up the stun assist because the heavy tank's gone down. Now, can he pick up this T28 prototype? He's being hit from behind. He's receiving shots from the Scorpion. And he's gone down. Okay, he's been taken out by the T-3485. That just leaves the enemy M40, M43, and he was last seen in this corner of the map. And there he is. He's been spotted. Rounds out. I think that will miss. Oh, he still picked up some damage. But the M40 was moving, and he knew he'd been spotted, so he must have 6th sense. And more than likely he was going to be away from the aim point by the time the shell arrived. And he's been taken out, so that's the end of the game, and they've got a victory. And they won by 7 tanks, so that's pretty good. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it was the 2nd class tanker for Goliath Killer 1 in the M40, M43. He also picked up a Bruiser Medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. In fact, he picked up 13 in that battle. He also picked up a Confederate Medal because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else, at least 6 tanks, which was subsequently destroyed by another member of his team. And you can see them listed there. It was exactly 6 tanks. He didn't come top on damage. He got 1,686 hit points. He came about mid-table when it came to kills, because obviously he didn't get any at all. But he did manage to get 2nd place when it came to base XP of 980. He fired 9 rounds, got 1 direct hit, 1 penetration, 9 splashes, did damage of 1,686 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He damaged 6 of the enemy, but he didn't kill any. But he also did damage assistance of 667 from the track, where he tracked the VK. And he also did stun assistance damage of 1,614 hit points and caused 10 stuns. On a standard account, he earned 26,369 credits. And after ammunition resupply, he still took home 9,539 credits. He received base XP of 980, but he also received a personal reserves bonus of 490, so he took away 1,470 experience points in total. So well done there, Goliath Killer 1. Another Confederate medal to add to your growing collection. And I'm sure we'll see you again in another battle shortly. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in the next video.